America remains on high alert following 3 mass shootings across the country in the recent weeks.
First, July 29th in Gilroy, California, as 3 are gunned down at a garlic festival.
Second, the 250th mass shooting of the year at an El Paso Walmart, leaving 22 dead.
Just hours later,
Shots fired! Downtown, shots fired!
9 dead in 30 seconds in Dayton, Ohio.
As the wounds of those shootings remain, so does terror. Crowds running through the streets of Manhattan after hearing a motorcycle backfire last night.
And today, USA Today officials evacuated after a 911 caller reported seeing a man at the building with a weapon.
Now, the president visiting Dayton and El Paso as those across the country look for answers to stop the next mass shooting and put their fears to rest.
From your local news authority, local, in-depth, community, you're watching KFDX3 News at 10.
Hello and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Daryl Franklin.
And I'm Melanie Townsend. We're continuing our coverage tonight on the mass shootings across America.
Wes Rappaport joins us now from El Paso following the president's visit there this afternoon. Wes.
Hi, Daryl and Melanie. Yeah, we've spent time here all week at this El Paso Walmart, this memorial continuing to grow. And El Pasoans who have come here to pay their respects tell us they're conflicted. They've been torn whether to welcome President Donald Trump, as they welcome everyone in this community, or to watch and wait with their guards up. The outpouring of support for those killed over the weekend seems never-ending.
To show that we care and that all of us as El Pasoans could come together and fight through this.
President Donald Trump met with shooting victims and thanked first responders. He says he thinks there's bipartisan support for long-term solutions.
Let's see if we can get something done. And Republicans want to do it and Democrats want to do it.
A day full of talk that some hope will turn into action.
We definitely need to work on very serious issues in this country so that no more people die.
The time for talking is over. The time for action began today.
After meeting with leaders in the region, Governor Greg Abbott announced $5 million in state assistance for mental health services and some reimbursement costs. He's also scheduling roundtable discussions for this month.
The bottom line is that there's much to be done, and there's a need for speed.
Some waited outside a local hospital to welcome the president.
Everything that I stand for is what he's fighting for, and that's why I'm here, and I'm grateful he came.
While others wished he would have stayed in Washington.
What happened here on Saturday is we are reaping the fruit of what he sowed here. We're cleaning up the blood.
Now, we also heard from both of Texas's senators. John Cornyn and Ted Cruz both agree lawmakers in Washington have to act. And Senator Cornyn telling us he wants to work on identifying people before they commit violent acts and attacks like the one here this weekend. Reporting in El Paso, I'm Wes Rappaport, KFDX3 News.
Okay, Wes, thank you very much for that report.
And in Dayton, the president met with some impacted by this weekend's mass shooting as well as they continue to mourn and recover.
Outside the hospital where he met some of those victims and their doctors were protesters angry at the president's rhetoric, which he pushed back on as he left the White House. Against the backdrop of this visit, the political debate over how to stop mass shootings continued.
I said, Mr. President, respectfully, and a group of, 20 or 30 or 40 people respectfully, the most important thing you can do for these police officers is take these assault weapons off the streets.
There's a great appetite, and I mean a very strong appetite, for background checks, and I think we can bring up background checks like we've never had before.
And as the calls for new gun legislation continue, President Trump says he's talking with congressional leaders about tougher background checks, but did not offer specifics. He dismissed a legislative solution for banning assault weapons. The president and Republicans are not pushing for Congress to come back and vote on bills. More than 200 House Democrats are calling on the Republican Senate leader to immediately come back into session and pass background check legislation.
A different rhetoric here in the Lone Star State as a series of new firearm laws will go into effect next month. Some key laws going into effect September 1st. School districts cannot prohibit licensed gun owners from storing a firearm and ammunition out of plain sight. Another law will allow licensed handgun owners to legally carry their weapons in places of worship. We do have more on the new laws on our website, Texomashomepage.com.